Welcome to another episode of the Terry and Frank Show. I hope you have been following us and tuning in to the series on the human factors of leadership. We have another fun one today, and as you know, there's a surprise inside every one of these videos that we've been recording. So if you're new, why don't we start with a couple of quick introductions, Tara?
Hello, I'm Terri Mays. I'm a certified culture engineer with focus on bringing out the best in people on the human side of business.
Yeah, and I'm Frank Wanderer. I'm the founder of People Productive. We help people and the companies they work for to thrive together by ensuring that the time, talent, and energy of all the people is used in the best way possible. So, Tara, we have a fun one today that you found.
Yes,
We're
it's
going
a
to share with
fun one.
everybody.
Yes, a little cartoon. It's not very long at all, but it has a very important message.
Yeah. So why don't we get right into it? What do you say?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. Do a quick share here, folks. And here it is. No, that's not it, right? Oh, here it is. Disappeared. You know, I hate when my machine moves everything. The universe moves around. So where I thought it was going to be, it's not there. You know?
Your cheese got moved.
Yeah, the cheese got moved. Absolutely. So that ended up, we're going into another one. I did a great job stopping that. So anyway, why don't you open the first comment on this?
Yeah, so with this one, it's all about teamwork. So that whole saying, teamwork makes the dream work, it is very, very true. I love this little clip because it's straight to the point. You see the one lonely crab, that's the smallest one. It's just looking like he's alone and about to be picked off by the bird. But his teammates came around him and really stopped what could have been disaster from happening. So he could have lost his life this day, but instead, living to fight again. So this is really true of teams and how important it is for teams to work together. So alone, that crab could not do anything about this bird. It was much larger than him and it was going to take him out, no question about it. But because the crab had people around him that could surround him that were much larger than him, but even just in them coming together, they were able to take down the bird together. So I love this analogy and how people can really lean on their teammates to do some great things.
It's it's great. And listen, every company faces predators. And the companies that don't really have, the teamwork and collaboration, and by teamwork, it's the people working on something together and then collaborating across boundaries to get stuff done. Companies that lack that are going to be picked off eventually by a predator. They're going to be weak. They don't have a healthy culture. People aren't going to have a sense of belonging. This is the example of what you need to create, where people really stick together and it's really all together. We're in it together. We're going to win together. And I think that's what you see here. They step up.
I think it's really cool that each person, each crab is really just focusing on what's right above them. They're just focusing on their specific task at hand. They're not concerned about the person behind them or the person to the right or left of them. They're focused on what they can do to solve the problem. And this is so critical in teams when you can rely on your teammates to do their part. So everybody has a part to play. And it's critical that each person recognizes, if I just stay in my lane and focus on what I need to accomplish, then together the whole team is doing much more than I ever could have done by myself. But you've got to rely on your teammates to do their part, and they're relying on you to do your part.
That's right. It was the old saying, many hands make light work. But in this era of knowledge work, it's many minds coming together create greatness. And it's that teamwork and that ability to accomplish something great together that no individual could do on their own. because that's the world we're in. That is a digital era. It's mastering complexity and having lots of people come together in a powerful way to get things done. That's what matters.
Right. And that ability to collaborate with each other is huge. It just really, like you said, lightened the load. So this one crab alone was not going to be able to take on that bird for sure.
Oh
But
God,
because he had
never.
his team around him, it just made such a difference. And now, the bird is feeling the effects of it, right? So the bird is feeling all of his feathers gone. He's been clipped.
Yeah.
That's really to the success and the teamwork of everybody coming together. That's what
And
you
that,
credit that success to.
yeah, I mean, to me, that represents success in the marketplace. This is a group
Right,
that came together, they outcompeted. There's that competitor that had feathers plucked, and they're walking by very happily. They won because there were winners and losers. That's the way the world works, right? You look at the
right,
world of business, boom, there are winners, there are losers, there's companies starting all the time, there's companies going down all the time. And it is the people and their leadership that really makes a difference. The leaders have to model this behavior. They've got to reward it. They've got to make sure that people understand this is the only acceptable way to operate.
right, right. And collaborating just makes it easier on everybody. Can you imagine the one bird that's there trying to fight, or I keep saying bird, but crab that's there trying
Yeah.
to fight alone? You've been on those teams where you feel like you're the only person that really cares about what's
Mhm.
happening, or that is actually trying to accomplish something positive. And when you feel like that,
Very
it is
true.
absolutely draining. It is completely draining.
It
And
really
you can
is.
lose that morale is just in the toilet. Like you really don't want to be there anymore because you're expending all of your energy. And a lot of times you end up expending energy on things that are really not in your area of responsibility. But because you cannot rely on your team, you have to do your job and somebody else's. And
Sure.
that's
Check
just
on other
really not
stuff.
a healthy. It's really not healthy.
No. The minute that you have people who are unaccountable, or they're not partnering, it just makes it much harder on everybody. Really, really does.
Yes.
So teamwork and collaboration, that is a really fun video, and I think it tells a powerful story.
Yes, absolutely. So do your part. Clip the feathers that are right above your head. And don't worry about your neighbor's feathers. Make sure you're doing what you can do to make a difference on your team, that you're contributing, you're doing your part. And together as a team, you can really achieve much more than you could as an individual.
That's right. Thrive together, because that's where it comes from. In the digital era, it's about groups of people and the company they work for thriving together. And it is the culture that allows that to take place. It's how effectively people work together. And they then take responsibility for moving the obstacles, improving the systems and the processes so that the place is not only great to work at, but it's efficient. And they own
Right,
it and they make it happen and they're accountable and they come together in a powerful way. And the leaders, have a good vision. They draw the best out of the people, end up with a great strategy, and ultimately implement and win.
right.
There are a lot of bad cultures out there. So if you do it right, you can win. You really
That's right.
can.
That's right.
Yeah, no question.
Absolutely.
I think that's the encouraging piece. There are just so many bad cultures. And we're in this, great wave of resignations that, everybody says is, going on all across the country. Lots of people leaving their jobs, dissatisfied. That's culture.
Right.
Place where people didn't put down roots. If that's happening where you are and you're a leader, you ought to go watch our series on belonging, because belonging is not one little thing, it's an outcome. Represents the entire emotional experience of the people that has them put down roots and create a sense of belonging. So this is an example of the types of behaviors you would want to see in a workplace, but it goes way beyond this.
Right. Right.
Culture is the whole human experience.
Absolutely. You want people to feel like they belong and that what they're working on matters. That they're making a difference. They don't want to feel like they're just doing busy work. So you've got to really bring people in and help them understand their part to play.
Mhm.
So I agree, Frank, that series on belonging that we did really would help in this area to help
Yeah,
build that culture on your team where people can thrive, where they feel like they're truly making a difference.
yeah, for sure. And, if you haven't subscribed, remember to smack the bell. We do one
Yes,
new video every week. This is the third series. First one we did was People Unproductive. Then we did Belonging, a deep dive. And now we're doing the human factors of leadership. I'm not sure where we go from here, but we've got a lot more human factors to cover. There's a lot to leadership. That's a lot that you could do to be an even better collaborator and partner in your business. So this is a call to action for everybody. Be the best you can be, contribute to creating the best culture you could possibly have. So one day you talk about, I remember that place I worked in, my God, it was nothing better than that. That's where you
right.
want to end up.
Yes, absolutely.
So, hey, subscribe. I hope to see you on the live show. Remember, every Wednesday, 4 o'clock Eastern time, we are live.
Yes,
You can just go to the People Productivity channel and sitting there and it's ready to go. It'll tell you how much time till the start. So I hope to see you on the next live one. Ask questions. We're always looking for questions. And Terri, you have anything else?
no, I think we got it. Definitely thank you for joining us. We appreciate your comments and feedback, so please do that. We'd love to hear from you. So take some time and send us some comments.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for watching our episodes and being part of the family. Take care.
Yes.